Hey everybody, what's going on? It's your girl Paulette, and of course to my wait a minute, left, right side, whatever. He's on the side of me.
What's
Okay,
going on, y'all?
what's going on, y'all? He getting all sexy for y'all. Wait a minute, this ain't this. Is listen, color. This is Brownstone's Best. Let's get into it, y'all. So, welcome to Brownstone's Best, which is a part of brownstoneworldwide.com. We are here this day, this beautiful day, to bring to you another amazing Black business entrepreneur. As you know, this is the month of August, which is also known as Black Business Month. And we're also going to be introducing other folks to you guys as well. But today we have Miss Marvelous, who is going to be coming to you today to give you some information about the products and services that she offers. Why are we doing this? Because y'all need to know who your Black business owners are so that you can absolutely patronize their products and their services. But before we bring her on, let's give you a little bit more information about who Ms. Marvelous is. Speaker, author, tax professional, and coach Debbie R. Smith is known throughout the Gulf Coast for her contributions and expertise in personal and professional development. An owner and entrepreneur for over a decade, Smith has experienced every facet of business leadership. Her professional journey began in radio and sales. As a teenage single parent, she learned firsthand how to effectively communicate with clients, close sales with tact and style, and forge lasting client partnerships, all while raising three children. A Louisiana native, personal tragedy brought a broken and homeless Smith to Mobile, Alabama in 2010. She and her children arrived with only 10 days worth of clothing, hope, and each other. She worked as a personal assistant in a growing tax office and was offered the opportunity to gain her own credentials. She became a tax professional during her first year in Mobile with over 100 clients. She attributes that to never meeting a stranger. Believing that being a lifelong learner is the only way to climb the success ladder, Smith has educational roots at the University of New Orleans, South Central Louisiana Technical College, and the Institute for Life Coach Training. She fosters a positive, encouraging, oftentimes humorous perspective when sharing the business strategies and personal development techniques that lifted her family from homeless to whole. Her stories of overcoming adversity, coupled with tried and proven steps to engage, empower, affirm, and motivate others, are the platform of Smith's motivational speaking, seminars, and workshops. She has authored an award winning book, an ebook, and is currently working on a memoir. Smith's joy is partnering with organizations and businesses to impact the lives and professions of all she connects with. She accomplishes this in the business world and in her leisure as a thespian and a philanthropist. Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, we are going to provide to you access to Ms. Marvelous. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the
Welcome.
Brownstone lady. How are you?
Ooh,
Welcome,
child,
Margaret.
she sound like she is something else, baby. She sounds something
Hey,
serious.
don't
Good.
she?
You need to stop.
I tell her that
Welcome.
every day.
Thank you guys so much. Thank you guys for having me. I'm excited. I am super excited
Absolutely.
right now. Yes.
Yes,
So
yes. So, Ms. Marvelous, thank you so much for joining Cullen and myself today for Brownstone's Best. First of all, you guys, since it is the top of the hour, let's go ahead and begin with. You are currently listening to KCCR Radio, the Brownstone, which is housed under brownstoneworldwide.com. And you are listening to Brownstone's Best with Miss Marvelous. Miss Marvelous, tell us all about your business, ma'am,
cool.
before
Which
we get
one,
started.
honey? Which one? So
Mm.
everything falls that I do falls under Bell Enterprises LLC, because I am a Southern Belle. Hello, Louisiana born and bred. And it is a conglomerate of businesses. You know, once you start getting a little knowledge on how the business world works, I do some of this, I do some of that. For years, I told people I used to say I'm an entrepreneur. And then I got around mixed company, and it sounded a little weird coming out. So I am a serial entrepreneur. I work for myself, for the most part. Work for myself, servicing clients. That was not always the case. I was in corporate America and in retail for several years. Had the rug pulled out of me all of a sudden, and learned then that I did not ever want to have all my eggs in anybody else's basket. So I carry my own basket and I go get my own eggs.
Mhm.
Um, I started out with integrity taxes, which used to be 5-star taxes, 5-star advantage. I moved to Alabama. I'm originally from Louisiana, moved to Alabama in September of 2010. 3 children in middle school and elementary school, homeless, sleeping in my truck. I tell people 10 days worth of clothes, 3 kids and a Shih Tzu, and was sleeping in my Dodge Durango. I was offered the opportunity to learn the tax world because I had been a personal assistant, learned from other people in other cultures that certain folks create jobs for themselves. We out here oftentimes, not knowing what we gonna do, how we gonna make it from place to place. And these folks out here creating jobs because they have a certain skill set. I think there was the movie Taken, where the man says, I have a particular skill set. So my skill set was as a personal assistant. My skill set was in clerical, in administrative work. And so I became a personal assistant. And when it ushered me into Alabama, someone came to me and said, hey, I heard that you did assistant work. And I said, yes, I do. And she said, I'm opening up. She was working for her sister in her sister's hair salon doing taxes. You know how we do, got to figure it out, make it work. She had done well and was finally getting into her own brick and mortar. And she was hiring other tax people to train to do taxes. She says, I know how to do taxes. I don't know how to manage people. I heard you know how to manage people and how to set up offices. And I do. So we were in, our post meeting time of that. And she said, God, you're so smart. She said, why you never consider doing taxes? I said, oh, baby, I failed algebra 2 twice. Okay. Numbers for calculators, not my thing. She said, no, if you can learn the policies, if you can learn the laws, if you can learn what to do, if you can read, and comprehend, the rest is software. She said, I tell you what, if you teach me how to manage an office, how to get this thing set up and running well, I'll teach you taxes. Well, I was homeless, had gotten to Mobile from Louisiana. Literally, I had a pastor from a church. He and his wife put gas in my truck to get me from Morgan City to New Orleans, and then put gas in my truck to get me from New Orleans to Mobile, Alabama. I had nothing. All right. I was sleeping on the floors of church members' houses and on their sofas. I had registered for 15 places, had vouchers. I was homeless. I ain't had nothing. The old folks say not to pop the piss in or a window to throw it out of. That was me plus 3. And so then, yeah, sure. Why not? Let's learn taxes. And I did. And that opened up my mind and my world to other things. So I started out doing taxes. All right. I've always been a philanthropist. Didn't know at the time what a philanthropist was. I just know I had a giving heart and was always doing for people, always helping people. If I had, you had. God always sent, I call them wingless angels. He'd send people in my direction, in my way to assist me. And I remember the hardest Christmas I had was probably 2000. I think it was 2008 or 9. No, it was before that, because it was before my second marriage. I had a rough time. Did not know whether we were going to have a Christmas tree, didn't have a sock to buy my kids. And this woman came to our door. She lived in the neighborhood we were in Louisiana. And she had gone to the school, and she's, had a little something extra and wanted to bless her family. And she said she was going to the school because if anyone knew the needs of children, the people who work with these kids every day would. So this woman shows up with 4 garbage bags full of clothes and toys and a whole Christmas tree and box full of food. And I literally the day before had been on my face, snotting and crying, Lord, how can I not provide Christmas for my children? What kind of parent can't even provide Christmas for their kids? And this was before, angel trees and all this good stuff. And this was someone who lived nearby. I'm looking at the vehicle she pulled up in, wasn't anything, fancy or nothing. She was, wasn't well off, but she had a little something. And I said, God, if you bless me a penny above poverty, I will serve other people every day of my life. Just a penny above poverty. And I'm telling you, from that day forward, there's never been a time that my phone rang or that my text went off, that someone didn't have a need, that the Lord did not provide and enable me to be able to do something for someone else. Period. He hasn't done it. He has never. So Yeah, so the not-for-profit is called The Village. I haven't gotten the 501c3. I'm too busy. Somebody that do 501c3s hook a sister up because I ain't got time for the paperwork. I'm just out here helping people, literally.
Yeah. Yeah.
My world for single women with children, for homeless women, that's my ministry, because I know what that is to be on that side of the fence. When I moved here to the Mobile area, I didn't have anything. There's no places. If you're not on drugs, there's a place for you. If you're on drugs, all right. If you're single and you're on drugs, there's a place. If you have been beat, there's a place. But if you just down on your luck and have children, and something happened in life, and you ain't got nowhere to go, you have nowhere to go.
Right. I've been there.
And it just ain't got to be the case. Like, there needs to be something. So I started working literally from my home. Somebody called, hey, so-and-so needs resources. They don't know the numbers to call. I got Family Promise on speed dial. I know how to reach this person. I know how to call this apartment complex. I have a thing called Blessed Bundles. I know how to go to the store and get the things you need. People don't think about it. I have an initiative called Access and Rise, where if a girl going out to a job interview, you got to have something to put your driver's license in, your lipstick in, get you a cute bag, and put your stuff in, slap your resume in that. Now you look good. All right.
Right.
Even with the business with Jungle Couture, it's all ministry for me, because you got to look good. Right. All right. Plus size girls. I'm a thick girl. I tell anybody, I'm a mermaid, honey. My thighs rub together. You gotta have, yes, ma'am. You want. I'm a black mermaid, sis. But you want to look good, you feel good, and yes, the inside is what matters. But when you look in the mirror, if you don't like what you see, then what you feel on the inside is diminished as well. So started these things, built these things, and like I said, it's the umbrella things. Integrity Taxes, Jungle Couture is brand new. We'll talk about that. The non-for-profit, Jesus, Silver Smoke. Silver Smoke is because I have a love for cigars. I love smoking cigars. Been smoking cigars for 17 years.
Wow.
And started another hustle with that, because t-shirts and cigar picks. Like, if you see a need, fill a need. That's the thing with a lot of our folks. We look at other cultures that create things, and we're mind blown. Well, how they see a need, fill a need, dollar amount to be proactive, and you didn't. And so I would get, cute girl, got my little fingernails, and I would get to the bottom of my cigar, and I'm like, I need to keep going. All right. And there were things I found out this wasn't a brand new thing. Other people make them. But I started specializing in creating and take a little beads. I'm crafty. Wait, so you mean to tell me I take these cute little beads and I slap a little glue on there and make it, and I could sell it? Girl, we're gonna be hungry tonight. Hold on a minute. Let me sit down.
Okay.
I'm just mad that you didn't have that when I was living in Daphne, because I would have been there every day.
It's called we ship though, so it's not a problem. This is not an issue.
Come on now.
What can Brown do for you? I got you, Cullen. I got you.
I love it.
So all the businesses are all intertwined together. Tax season is 6 months out of the year. If for some reason I don't make what's necessary for my family to cover, the rest of the remainder of the year, then it's, once April comes, what do you do? And so we got to figure something else out. So it rolled into springtime, which for me gives me Oils Wells products. I don't even think we even really talk about that, where I create, and that came from my daughter. I have a daughter who's an epileptic, and I was looking for holistic ways to help her with her seizures. And that's how I even got into oils. And once I learned that, because I didn't want her on all this medication. They fill us with medication, then we have one side effect after another side effect after another side effect. She's 25 years old, and she's been on medication since she was in middle school. We now have learned that she may have fertility issues from the medication, having been on it for so long. I'm grateful that she doesn't have more, things going on in life, because this medicine, you 15, 20 years on medication, and we wonder how come, we have issues, but that's another thing. So holistic ways of doing it. I got into the oils, the eucalyptus oil, the peppermint oils, and then I started learning, oh, wait, hold on, because Google is your friend. anybody don't know, Google is your friend. You mean I can mix this oil with that oil and it'll do this to the body? If I take this oil and that oil and put it together and I can make a cream, then you can rub it on and it can do, oh, wait, you mean I can take this and this, and if I have a bee sting or a sunburn or whatever, I could do. Well, hold on, let's put a price tag on that. Wait a minute, hold on. And so I started out with just a sugar scrub that I did for the holidays for family. Was a holiday that I didn't have the funds to do all this exuberant shopping. They used the sugar scrub, got it as a gift. Always do Christmas parties, and their parting gift was a sugar scrub. They used the sugar scrub, and then they were on my phone wanting to know how they could get more of it because I need more of this work. I was like, what do you mean? It was a gift. Well, I want to buy it. All right, how much will it cost me? This much, the sugar and the oil and this. Okay, these gonna be $15. Okay, these gonna be $20. Boom, a business was born. All right. That started out sugar scrubs. I now have sugar scrubs, a sunburn serum, which is stupid. It works. Before and after pictures, I'll have to send y'all some. Sugar scrub, sunburn serum, a beard oil. Cullen, I got a beard oil.
Yes.
Have you ever had my?
Yeah, I have not. I'm looking for it.
That Big 10 beard oil, bruh. I'm talking about that beard is luxurious, it's luscious, it's strong, it's Big 10 because it's got 10 different essential oils in it. It just, so there are methods and ways that what we do is you fuel. And when you go back and look at our ancestors, those who came before us, it wasn't always no 9-to-5 job. You wasn't punching no clock. You got out there and you worked. You got in there and you put forth effort and made it happen. You provide for your family. If you don't provide for your family, they call, we talk about the system. It wasn't no system. All right. How am I going to feed my kids today? How are we going to?
Right. So let me ask you, in terms of where you currently are in your business, are you full-time with your business? And did you at any time, because I'm hearing about all of these greatnesses that you have, and it sounds like, I could be wrong, but it sounds like to me the main one throughout the year is your tax business for at least 6 months out of the year. So knowing that, I hear a lot of people say, I'm scared. No one's going to buy from me. What do I have to offer? So-and-so already does that. As an entrepreneur, when you were first getting into the business of what you're currently doing, what were the thoughts that you had? Because I'm sure that there was that level of concern, but then also, what was it that caused you to say, I have to push past that anyway? What were the things that you were saying to yourself, and what advice do you think you could possibly give to our listeners and viewers?
So let me answer that from two angles.
Okay.
From a then and a now.
Okay.
Then, when I started with taxes, you're talking 2010, 2011, I was in a place of desperation. And I recently had this conversation that there's a difference between desperation and aspiration. Desperation, there was no fear. There was no, what am I going to do? It was, I got 3 kids and I don't want nobody to come take them, and they got to eat and I got to eat, and we need a roof. It was hustle. It was like I said prior, that I was hungry. I did over 100 tax returns in that office. Understand, I moved to Alabama. I didn't have a family member here. I didn't have a friend here. I didn't know anyone here. One, I don't need a stranger. 2, I knew that for every tax return, I was going to get $90. All right. I needed this money. I need these coins. I need to get off these people's floors and sofas. Right. And so I was hungry. And so from that place of hunger came my hustle. All right. So there was no fear. I had no question or concern. I could care less about whether I could or could not make it. People talking about my plan A or plan B. There wasn't no other plan. This is what we got. We doing taxes.
This is what we got. Okay.
All feet in, hands in, neck in. We doing these taxes. We're gonna sit down. We're gonna learn. We're gonna take this class. I mean, I spent this 8 hours. I'm gonna learn this software. There was no fear of the numbers. Oh, you just go in this box and that fill in that box. I just did what I was told to do. Humility. And then drive. You got to have. That was then. All right.
Okay.
Then now, I'll use my latest endeavor, Jungle Couture, the online boutique. I don't even like clothes. When I come home, the first thing I do is take off my shoes, my bra. These clothes got to go. I don't even.
Okay.
But I'm sick of Lane Bryant with all these big, clothes that are not attracted to us. God bless you, Lane Bryant. If you need a spokesperson, I got you. However, they need to do better in dressing us. Okay.
Ooh.
Yes, you need to do better in dressing us.
Especially curvier women.
They do, because a curvy woman does not have to have everything elastic. We don't have to everything look like a muumuu. I can be attractive. I can be sexy, in my size. And then there's the other thing, and this for free, sweetheart. If you're listening and it come in a 2X, just because it come in with enough material to cover you, don't mean it ought to cover you. Okay, that was for free. So. So since they weren't putting it in the outlet stores, I went and found it and got it myself. All right.
Okay.
But so that business, yet there have been questions, there have been doubts, I have never done this before. I've been in business for myself for over a decade, so I know how to handle business. But this is a different business. And do you know how many other online boutiques there are? How many in-person boutiques there are? Here is what I tell people.
Okay.
Cullen and Paulette. When last time you saw a bread commercial?
A bread? Nah.
That's a good question.
Yeah.
You don't see them.
Back in the day.
You don't see them. But when you go to the store, you see bread, don't you?
Yeah.
And you see line and row after row and shelf after shelf of bread. And you don't see the different bread companies competing with one another, do you?
Mm-hmm.
No,
it's enough bread out here for everybody to eat. Some people like white bread, some people like wheat, some people want bunny bread, some people want sunbeam, some people like their bread a little hard, some people like a little soft. Baby, it's enough bread out here. Just like it's bread, it's enough clothes out here for everybody to wear. What I like might not be what Paulette like. What she like might not be what Susie like. Everybody can get out here and get it. You just put forth your work, your diligence, your effort, and do what you got to do. Will the questions come? Yes. But you know what you do? You apply, and everybody ain't spiritual, but you got to bring down the strongholds of the brain, of the mind. You got to get out of your own way, learn the skills on how to do it. Some of us need to be humble, and we don't want to be humble. We don't want to ask anybody anything. Girl, I will erase my brain in a heartbeat. I don't know nothing. Teach me everything you know.
Right.
And
what's your website?
Jungle Couture. It is junglecoutureboutique.com. www.junglecoutureboutique.com. And it's so sweet. And then guess who the model is for almost all the clothes?
Yeah, we're gonna look at those pictures. We're gonna show those pictures.
Yes. So Jungle Couture Boutique, plus size clothing. I've had a few, smaller size, small, extra large, have been like, so what you got for me? I might throw them a little corner in there after a while, just because if it don't make money, it don't make sense. But I'm the queen of the jungle, honey, and that's it right there. I'm the queen of the jungle, and so when someone asked me, so why Jungle Couture? Because when it comes to fashion, honey, it's wild out here. It's wild.
I love that.
It's wild.
I love it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. So that's the deal there. So when it comes to businesses, when it comes to endeavors, yes, it's challenging. Yes, it's difficult. I've had a lot of sleepless hours. I've had times. I'm brand new on this eyelash business. Let me tell you, but these eyelashes done saved many a day, honey. When I'm just tired and I'm looking, just feeling woe out, then I just be like, slap a little glue and there we go. We good again. And I'll tell you this, folks are lazy. A lot of people are lazy, and they want the money to come quick. They want success to come quickly. I believe in consistency, and I believe in doing it right. I tell everybody I love Jesus and I cuss a lot. So it's just the reality. The reality is that the word says that if you do what you do as unto the Lord, all right, that it's a small verse in the scriptures, but it's a whole mindset shift. Yeah. If I'm doing what I do as unto the Lord, I wouldn't give him anything half, not half-assed, not half-baked. I give my best. So then whenever I'm catering to and servicing a client, I'm going to give you my best. All right. Absolutely. If for some reason I'm falling short or seeing I'm falling short, I'm humble enough, I'm wise enough to say, I'm sorry, or, hey, I messed up, or hey, not just yet, or whatever, but give your best. Don't just throw anything out there. And I see a lot of that out there too. People just throw stuff out there. And so here's another thing. I see people be out here half baked and succeeding. I'm not saying that you can't succeed half baked and giving them something, but I'm saying something. If I'm gonna do it, I'm putting my name on it. I'm putting my face on it. I'm putting my brand out there. I'm creating. I'm leaving a legacy for my children. When people see, when you see Marvelous, whether you calling me Marvelous, D Wave Maker, I'm a personality out here now. When you see me, baby, she gonna have it together. And when I don't have it, yes,
really quick. You said something else that piqued my interest. And I ask this almost on every interview. As a Black entrepreneur, one of the things that we have a tendency to do as Black folks is we hold our people to a higher standard than we do anybody else. We want to, and you hear this a lot. So I hear this a lot. That's how come I don't patronize Black businesses now, because y'all ain't this and y'all ain't that, and so forth and so on. So what I want to address and kind of put out there for you, Marvelous, is number one, are we too hard on our own people? And number two, the level of excellence that we should be giving just as business owners overall. Do you think that as Black business owners, we should overextend ourselves? Is that something we should be used to doing? Is it unfair, or do we just roll with the punches?
It's not unfair to have a set standard. I raised my children that when you walk out of the house, when you wake up in the morning, my sons, I'll use my sons specifically because I told them you have 2 strikes, and then I told them you had 3. You have 2 strikes against you when you open your eyes and walk out that door. You Black and you male.
Right.
And once upon a time, they were Black, they were male, and they were being raised by a single parent. Stigma, stigma, stigma. Stereotype, stereotype, stereotype.
Right.
All right. So before I put my feet on the floor in the morning, I already have to work a little harder, because there's going to be somebody else out there that doesn't look like I look. Could have the same skills that I have.
Or less.
Or less. And they get it and I don't. All right. So my focus is now, and I tell my people all the time, my children all the time, I told them, so we don't worry about the bar that the world set, that society sets. We set the bar. We set the standard. That's first of all. We set the standard. Let them try to aspire to be and achieve what you have. All right. You set the tone. I don't focus so much on the other folks. Now, as far as us as a people, and we as a people need to understand that we're looking at the wrong things. All right. We're too hard on ourselves. We need to hold ourselves accountable. All right. I'm looking and seeing what Cullen is growing and what Cullen is doing. And as I was telling you earlier, my background, sweetheart, is in media, is in radio. All right. Give me our shoe. We'll carve out some time for some podcast space. Heck yeah, we'll do it. Let's do it, because guess what? I'm building my brother. You understand? I'm helping him out. He's building me. We're helping. That's what we're supposed to be doing. Wouldn't matter if we was 3 people with online fashion boutiques up here. Okay, I got women's clothing. He might have men's clothing. You might have a smaller woman's clothing. We're going to sit up here and talk shop about clothing. And I'm going to share your website. You're going to share my website. We'll build in one another. Should we be hard on one another? Hell yeah, we should be hard on one another, because we out here in these streets and we have got to make it. We need to get out of this crab mentality. We need to get out of this. I don't mind you having, but you can't have as much as me. You understand? I don't mind you growing and excelling, but foolishness, that's a Cain and Abel mindset is what that is. That's Cain and Abel. I'm gonna kill you rather than see you have the blessing. Don't do that, because guess what? When I'm blessed, I'm able to bless you. If I'm gonna have the right mindset, when I come up, as long as you prepared, I can bring you with me. You understand? Two things happen. Sometimes people try to take folk with them that ain't got no business with them. They don't know the spirit of let go. And the other thing is, people try to go up, and other people who have helped them along the way or can have the capability to succeed, they don't want to bring nobody with. Come with me, sis. Let us go. All right, that's what we're supposed to do. But
the main thing that we have to realize as a people is that we have to be there for each other, and that's the main reason why we're doing this now.
Period.
We're doing this because we believe in our Black entrepreneurs, and we want to bring them together because we have power. Yes. We have power in our money, in our mindset. We just need to realize that and bring it together.
Here,
You
and
know, 'cause that's what they're afraid of. They're not afraid of anything else. But once we realize, you know what, we
Absolutely.
together and putting our money
Yeah.
together.
period.
We're running the country right now.
And other cultures do it, and they do it successfully, and they don't have, like I said, they in the air, they ain't all concerned about bundles and bags. Now they're gonna make sure you got bundles and bags. They making their bundles and bags, making sure you got bundles and bags. They don't look like bundles and bags, okay? But they
No.
and they're leaving legacy. They know how to get involved in the stocks and drop a little something here. They don't worry about wearing a Rolls Royce is nice to pull up in. You know, a Bugatti is nice to pull up in. But sweetheart, baby, honey, you can't eat the Bugatti, okay?
No.
Can you? Is that you can't leave that for your children? You understand? I need you to
Absolutely
get an S
not.
corporation so you can say, leave something for your children, leave some legacy. I want you to get something here, bags and bundles. That's last year's shoes. You ain't gonna want to wear them this year. So now what you gonna do with last year's shoes? Like this is legitimately how I think. Now understand, I want to dress nice. Okay, I keep my little nails done. Yeah, I'm a natural girl, but also I wear my little wigs and things. I want to dress nice and look nice, but I'm not so absorbed in spending it all that I ain't trying to keep something. I've had nothing. And where I am now is not where I'm gonna be after a while. I'll tell you, because Jungle Couture done took off. It look real good, but I still got clothes in here that somebody need to buy. Okay, I still have inventory. You understand? I'm still sitting up here like, okay, I really need to order this new stuff, and I got to get the fall stuff. Like next month, I'll be in New York for New York Fashion Week for Jungle Couture. That's New York Fashion Week. Okay, I got a place. All literally things are falling in my lap. And it's amazing, and it's literally putting God first and doing the work. I had to get the website. I had to research how to do that. I sit and did a boot camp with a dear friend out of Houston who has become a millionaire in 6 years' time, selling clothes online. You understand? I was like, okay, sis, I'm gonna just sit here and you just tell me what to do. I'm gonna do it. All right, but that humility. I didn't say, oh, well, I've been in business for so long. I got this. I'm gonna go start doing clothes too. No, I scrubbed my brain, and she offered a boot camp, and I went to the boot camp. Without this, I got it figured out in my brain and listened to what she had to say. I replicated that and came home, and in less than 90 days, I was able to launch my website. Do you hear me? And in less than 90 days, I was able to get my wholesaler stuff and my sales tax stuff and all the things to get my business off the ground. And now, so then consistency, you got to place the pictures, you got to do the marketing, you have to do all the things. And God's going to bless me to be able to eat. And he'll bless me to be able to buy bows and tutus for these little girls I have. All the things.
Yeah.
Prayer, consistency, helping other people.
It's beautiful. And and so this is, I'm inquiring minds want to know, and I'm inquisitive. So I'm hearing you talk a lot about boot camp. I heard you talk about that a couple times. I also heard you talk about getting your website and everything together. So one of the things that, and I'm going to put this out here and I'm going to say it, a lot of us as Black folks, what we do is we like to piecemeal together the information. And that is absolutely disgusting to me. The reason why is because, number one, you think you playing the person that's giving you the free webinar, when in reality, that's not where the information is. The information is once you get through the webinar and they're offering you an opportunity to sit at the table with them, that's going to cost money. Now, what we try to do, and I see it all the time, and I was guilty of it at one point. Oh, well, I'm gonna take a piece of this course and I'm gonna piece that together. Then, I'm gonna go over here and take that. But I heard you say that you sat at the boot camp, so that means you put out some boot camp dollars, which means that you didn't have, and then you knew the person. So that tells me that you don't mind patronizing your brothers and sisters. And so it is a reciprocal event in and of itself. But at the same token, what I'm hearing you say is you got to put your money where your mouth is. And you can't be scared to sit here and learn and be taught by somebody that has already paved the way. So really what I'm hearing you say is pay for the course, do what you need to do, because you're gonna stop wasting time. Because otherwise you're gonna be piecemealing. It'll be 3-4 years later and you still piecemealing together, so you don't have to pay the fee. Go ahead and pay the fee, because what you did to pay for the little $17 here, you could have went ahead and paid for it and got what you needed so that your business could move along. Is that what I'm
Period.
yeah.
Yes. Like literally, we want to. You don't have to reinvent the wheel. You
No.
don't need to. You don't need to. You don't need to reinvent it. If someone has already done what you're trying to do, sit down. Sit down. Look, sit down. Sit down. Sit down and learn from them. Sit down. It's not going to take anything from you. It's going to build from you. She is someone who's already done this, and it's crazy because I looked at her really quickly. I'd seen her images all over the place for a long time, and she looked familiar to me. I was like, "Ooh!" I said, "This girl looked like somebody from home." And it kept saying it, and would see it, and would go to the website, and I was like, I said, "God, this girl looked like somebody from home." Here was the mindset, but this can't be her because this girl is like Tasha Cobb's wearing her clothes, and this girl is all over the place, and But dang, she must have a doppelganger because she looked like somebody familiar. It just kept on me and kept on me for like a year, just kept on me. I was like, golly. Reached out in one good day. I just I pull up the brother on social media, and then I'm scrolling. I say, "Oh, I know you lying." I say, Lord, first thing I say, Lord, Father, forgive me. I said, because you know what? Because you're wrong. I say, what? So then I reached out to him, and I reached out to her, and I called him. I said, boy, your sister got a website. She has a boutique. I said, listen, this has been in my head. And he said, yeah. He said, what's crazy? He said, whenever she posts stuff, I always think about you because y'all are made the same and y'all got the same kind of mindset and da 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 da. I said, I did not. I said, God, boy, please tell her how proud I am of her. I'm so excited for her. Oh my God. And she had a boot camp last year. I said, I've been thinking about getting it and see if she ever do one again, let her know to let me know and I will do it. She has an open call for it. And it came, boom. And when it came, you register for it. Oh, well, you apply. You don't even just get accepted. You apply. And if you're chosen, then they'll give you the date. And then they'll let you know how much it's going to be.
Somebody. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So when I got the thing saying, congratulations, you've been chosen, I'm like, freaking out. Then the date fell for my birthday. I don't never work for my birthday. I don't know what y'all talking about. And now I got to say, okay, well, what am I going to do? Da, da, da. Ooh, how much is going to be? Oh, Lord, oh, Lord, oh, Lord. Okay, Lord. Is this you? Yes. Look, Lord, is this you? Yes, this. Okay. I had to book a flight to Houston. I had to pay for my hotel. I had to pay for the registration fee itself. You understand? Like it's some investment going on. Then I had to say the fact that I had to go it's my birthday. It started like that Thursday. That Friday was my birthday. So Lord, I'm sacrificing my birthday. I was gonna turn up at the cigar. I was going to the hit house and cut up. Okay, I was about to have we was gonna have a little party down. I was gonna have 2 birthday parties. We ain't doing none of that. We're gonna look long-term thinking. You got to make some sacrifices. All right. Then you'll have the Lord spare health, like the old folks, Lord spare health and the creek don't rise. I'll be another birthday next year. All right. And I'll have some money for next year. Okay. I invested in that entire time, that weekend. Show you how she blessed me though. So I'm there for the boutique, for the mentorship, the boot camp. Didn't know we had this little group of about 50 or 60 other Black business women, other boutique owners who either had a boutique or were starting a boutique. Yeah. Blessed me financially. She said, and we're in the thing going on, and we're going around getting people's names. She critiqued everybody's names and told them whether their boutique name need to be revamped or not. Sis, this don't work. That ain't right. It was a beautiful weekend. It was a beautiful weekend. I love her. She's kicking butt. One of the girls that was there was a 6-figure earner on Friday and became a millionaire by Sunday, and we celebrated that. I need you to understand, it was balloons, it was us, and it was beautiful. She said, so we were going around to the thing. She said, and Miss Marvelous Empowerment, Miss Jungle Couture. She said, don't you think we missed in the group chat? You said something about your birthday. And then the DJ starts playing music. They come out with a cake for me. She blessed my Cash App. Like literally, I'm like, what is happening right now? Bless my Cash App like twice. Big cake. We went out that night and celebrated the birthday. I got the knowledge and information with this course, with the investment that I put in learning from her. I'm talking about I came back with a notebook full of stuff. Okay. She shared, vendor information. She shared what to do and what not to do. She had her accountant come in to let us know how you're supposed to set up your business stuff, literally from, stuff that I already knew, how to do your EIN and all that. And because I help people start their businesses.
Yeah.
So all the basic stuff, though, for those who don't know anything about that, she took you from how to even begin your business, from EIN and name, all the way to, hey, this is how you do places. These are my people that did my photography. These are my people who helped me with my website.
Yeah.
These are my people who can get business insurance. Hashtag this for free. Get business insurance. If you're in a business and your business ain't insured, you in trouble. Get business insurance and life insurance, period.
Right.
If you air and water insurance, okay,
Right.
y'all welcome.
Right. Yeah.
But literally telling you the step by step, all the things to do, and I was able to take my flight back from Houston back to Alabama. You understand? Sit down and apply these things. She has we have a group thing for the next 90 days where once a month we'll get to talk to her and pick her brain and go through things. I can shoot her a message. Hey, this is what I'm struggling with. Hey, this is what I'm excited about. Hey, these are my wins. Hey, today was a hard day. Because and a little addendum, every day as a business owner is not a easy day. People want to put these, bells and whistles, and they want to be all booted up on the gram and on Facebook and look at me and I'm shining. Girl, I'm tired.
She's tired. So let's talk about that then. Let's dig into that, because what you're talking about is so good, and you're bringing up some great points. So I'm just going to my current takeaway is you got to put your money where your mouth is.
Yes.
Okay. You say you're going to build the business and you don't want to take as much time as it probably would if you were doing it by yourself. Pay somebody and take the course. Be willing to put your money where your mouth is, and don't be afraid to do that unless, of course, you're afraid that you're not going to take the necessary steps. Now, here's something else that you just said that we were talking about while we were prepping for the show. We talked about how a lot of times people get jaded, right, by the beauty that is Instagram, by all of the pretty pictures and the long lace fronts and the songs that go behind it, not understanding that all of it is planned. Color, you know this because that's what we do behind the scenes. Like, we plan out everything. We prep the day before a show. We're actually planning out and going through the developmental stages of brownstoneworldwide.com right now. What does that look like? How does this, partner with the show? What about the magazine? All of those things are important, and then we make it pretty. Where would you say that people miss the boat, and when do we become more open, honest, and transparent about running a business? Because it's one thing to be cute, right? It's one thing to get on your website or your Instagram or your TikTok and flash the beautiful photos of the finished, quote unquote, finished product. Because see, I got some secrets, honey, behind the scenes that's gonna blow your mind about some stuff that ain't done that they out here selling. Hello. That's a whole different conversation that I think is kind of unfair, but people are doing it and winning. So when we're talking about social media, do we need to peel the layers back and let people really see what's happening as we are building? And to what extent do we need to open up to our audience and potential avatar? So
I have a couple of different platforms. When I was sending the information to Cullen, I was like, Lord, if I send him one more link. I have my Facebook, which is my personality Facebook is The Wave Maker. That was a video that kind of went viral, a small group, like, how you have inside groups on social media. This group that I was in had 6,000 people in it. It now has 19,000 people in it. Wow. And I did that in less than 6 months' time, just being raw, me, silly, goofy, me. All right. Yeah. So the D Wave Maker page started there. I have my Integrity Taxes page. I have Jungle Couture. I think the URL for that is on Facebook is Marvelous Empowerment. It's because I went from my business name and I just didn't change the URL. So if you look Jungle Couture on Facebook, you'll pop it up. And then I have my personal Facebook page, which is D Marvelous Smith. I will share when I'm tired. I share when I'm frustrated. I am at the end. I'm at the end of a divorce, and I've made shares about narcissism and overcoming domestic violence, abuse. I share photos of the pictures from my clothes. I share food pictures because I love to cook. People know who Marvelous is. So then when they can relate to you as a person, as a human being, the good, the bad, the ugly, the highs and the lows, they connect with you. Because often people are, you're so this, your aura. I literally heard it twice last night that my aura is so amazing. And I come home and I say, Lord, I thank you. I come home and I get in my bed sometimes and I cry because I haven't made it to where I see myself being. However, I am very successful in my spirit, in my heart toward people, and how I have developed as a human being. And what you get from me is raw. What you get from me is the real. I don't put on airs. I ain't got time for that. Okay. I ain't got time for masks. I ain't got time for that. So you get the real deal me. And because of that, people love me. They love me because when they see me, they can relate. They love me. I wasn't even with my children last week. My girl's out at the snowball stand. She comes home. I can't go nowhere with you. And now I can't even go anywhere with them. We out at the snowball stand and this lady, complete stranger, walks up. Oh my God, are those the wave makers babies? Oh my God, the children famous, Lord.
Oh my.
Oh my God, is that your mom? Your mom is so amazing. All that good stuff. And it's because they can connect that I let them know, these children running me crazy. I'm tired today. I done went from this job to that job. My AC done went out in the truck and now I got to go get it fixed. And I ain't got to, I be transparent with people. We need to, because you're giving them all this glitz and glamour. And then when they get into the business themselves, or whatever the business is, then when they get it into themselves and it's not glitz and glamour, it's not easy and fun, they give up, or, or they want to claim you a liar, they get defeated. I'm about empowering people, and you cannot empower them with a lie. You can't. And therefore, you cannot empower someone with a lie. I will tell it. I got home at 1:00 this morning because I'm in the cigar business, and I had a friend reach out to me and ask me about coming to work for him at his place, and learning the ropes inside, getting my hands dirty so I could determine, because I said, when I grow up, I want my own cigar lounge. And he said, well, what stops you? I'm a fantastic host. I know cigars, all that. I said, but baby, resources. I said, I'm running 3-4 different businesses, this business, paying for that business. I say people call me and they hungry, or they need clothes, or they need, dishwashing liquid. I got to go buy for the people. I got to help people out. I ain't got the resources to start no lounge. And he says, well, you got the know-how and I got the resources, so let's put it together. I'm like, all right, so what that mean? What you want? So 3 or 4 days a week, I go to the cigar lounge and I work. I'm peddling cigars and I'm pouring bourbons and I'm learning about the cigar business hands-on, and I'm learning about management from that perspective hands-on. But that's a sacrifice of my time. You understand? I'm sacrificing my now for later. All right.
Okay.
When I get off from work at 11:00, I'm driving 45 minutes, back home. And I do that 2 or 3 times a week. Then I get home, like when I was getting ready to launch the website, I'm getting home at 11:00, but I got to upload pictures and I've got to look at, descriptions of clothes, and I've got to find new stuff. So I'm not going to bed until 3:00 in the morning. And then I'm up at 6:30, 7:00 in the morning because I got to get this business off the ground. Heaven forbid, I practice yoga. I've got to get oneness and get on this mat and do some of these stretches and bends and stuff so I can keep my mind and my soul right, so I can go forth with the other stuff. Some days my day turns into night, my night turns into day. Share that with people. Tell people. So when they see the success, they celebrate with you. Not just you just popped up. Wow, here I am, girl. Hey, y'all. Ooh, they could never. Ooh, honey, you can't take my soul. You won't take my soul. What soul, girl? You ain't got no soul. You tired. I'm tired. I messaged Cullen this morning. I said, is this going to be audio or is this going to be video? He's like, we'll be video. I said, oh, child. And you mean I got to put on makeup? Wait, hold on. I got to go take it. I got to go.
See, here's the thing. And I love what you're saying. I love that, you got to be real with people, because I've always believed that. Paulette has always believed that. We see a lot of, and you know what? I don't get mad at those different businesses. If that's how they want to portray their business, more power to them. That's what they do. But I think personally, just like you said, be transparent. You want to be transparent. You want them to understand the real, because if they wanted to do the same thing you're doing and they run into the bumps in the road, they're going to be like, this is too much. I didn't see her doing that, so why I got to go through it? And so I totally really love the fact that you mentioned that for our listeners and for your people, because that's what people need to hear. That's what people
Yeah.
need to hear. They want to see you go through those trials and tribulations, because
Mm-hmm.
that's what they're going to do. It's inevitable. You know, you're going to do it, but in the end, trust in God, trusting your abilities, and trusting the people that's going to help you make it through.
Yes.
Absolutely.
I got
100%.
I got a question before we
Yep.
wrap up. There's a couple questions. I want to know about your book, because I have a few people, including my wife. She's many things, but she does write, and she has all these books in her head that she's writing down that she hasn't published yet. Trying to get her to publish something. So I want to know from you, as a Black woman, how do you go about getting your books published, and what are you doing as far as an artist, as far as a writer, and in that vein, how are you getting that started? How do you get that started, and what you do?
Look, who child. Look, because I forget sometimes. I had a young lady just tell me that she read my book, and I say, "Oh, you did." That's a shame. So, according to social media, I wrote my first book. I wrote my first book 5 years ago. It was literally my spiritual father said, "What are you waiting for? Your story is amazing, and people need it. You need to put it on paper. You came from brokenness. You struggled." And other people need what you have. And I've been doing personal coaching. I, did public speaking and would share it on that platform. As a one-on-one coach, it would drive me crazy because you get so invested, and I needed a way to reach people and empower them, but not have to literally take on everybody's thing. And
Mhm.
so I sat one rainy day and said, today is going to be the day, Lord, I'm going to start this book. Now, most people now they have audio books. People just drive and listen to
Oh,
their
yeah.
stuff. But
Mhm.
at that time, 5 years ago, I'm just like, I want something tangible for people, but people are not going to sit down and read no 300 pages. They're not going to sit there and read no 400 pages. Very few people will do that. Some will. I when I had time, I was a book nerd. Um, so my niche is big books, little books, big message.
Right.
If you
Mm.
sit down and read the book through and just don't stop, you can read one of my books in 45 minutes. All right.
Wow.
But they're made to be nuggets. They're made for you to take your time with. They're made for you to sit down and read a chapter, digest it. I think the first two even have they have questions inside them for you to actually ponder what's being, and journey on, specifically journey on, finding me, seeing you, finding me, seeing me, loving me, or you. I think it's you, finding you, seeing you, loving you. It's for you to literally ask yourself these questions that a lot of times people are afraid to ask. I sat down on a rainy, stormy day in front of the computer, and I literally said, "Okay, Lord, let's do it." I had an outline, all right, in my brain. I knew what we had. I opened up my Word document, and I had my outline, and then I let the Lord just pour it all out there. I
Okay.
would tell anybody nowadays, there's so many apps out there where you can actually talk and just say all the things, and it transcribes it for you.
Right.
That's fine and dandy. I come up from the old school, put it out there. I come from the old school, write it down, do an outline. I've been
Mhm.
writing. Was writing poetry in middle school, So I
Mhm.
believe in allowing the thoughts to flow out through the paper, putting them on the keyboard. I do research, certain little analogies that I'll use, and you got to research on the computer what this is. I have a wealth of information because I research. I love knowledge. And so I grow even when I'm writing my books.
Mhm.
But my encouragement is to sit down, sit down
Mhm.
and do it. We
Yeah.
schedule everything. If you schedule a dentist appointment, we go to the dentist appointment. If there's a football game or basketball game, or something for the kid, we schedule people's stuff, other people's stuff. We schedule it and we honor it.
Yeah.
We don't schedule us. All right. You
Mm.
tell your wife that I said, schedule it. If the book is inside her, put it on paper. Even
Yep.
if it's just the outline today and you don't go back into it till next month. Are you understand? Because you don't want to lose it. Put it in your hard drive, in your cloud, so that you can pull it up on your phone or pull it up on the tablet, and another little tidbit might come, another little, put the outline down. You understand? If she's wanting to put it down, write it down. Write the vision, make it plain, write it down, and then go from there. Book
Yeah.
number 1 was Journey On, finding you, seeing you, loving you. Once again, empowerment, helping people to find themselves, see themselves, and dig down deep and love who they are, because society is not going to tell you how awesome you are. People going to tell you that you a hater. People going to bring up your past. People going to tell you that you can't do. Find you, see you. Can't nobody tell me I ain't marvelous, honey. The scripture is Psalm 139:14. God said, I will praise you, for I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Marvelous are your works, and that my soul knows well. That's where the name comes from. A lot of people think it's just a, prideful thing. No, it was in a bout of depression that I had that God reminded me, you are my marvelous work. I created you. I made you divine. I made you great. And so then, but the world don't tell you that. So I tell it to people, because everybody else ain't gonna tell them. I'm gonna tell Cullen he's awesome. I'm gonna tell Paulette, girl, you marvelous, honey. You got it going on, baby. I'm a builder of folks. Write the vision, because someone needs what's on the inside of you. When it came to transitions, it was the same thing. People are transitioning in life. At that time, I was getting ready to be empty nesting. I'd gone through a lot of losses, people passing on from this life to the next. Transitions in life, whether it's like you went through, Cullen, career-wise, and your wife did. She transitioned from one level to another level. You go from getting a master's, getting your doctorate, leaving this job, starting that job, going into entrepreneurship. So that's what transitions is about. I do self-publishing. There are publishers out there who will pick up your stuff. That's challenging. I publish through KDP, and you can literally write a book, create a cover, or hire someone to do your cover art for you, create a cover, write the book, get an ISBN assigned to it, and publish your book. Boop. I did not know that my stuff is it's at Barnes and Noble. You can go on there online, and I didn't know it was there. I look up, and I've got an award for one of the books when it first came out. I said, wait, what is this? I'm looking at the email. It's spam. This must be junk. No, sis, that's an old. Oh, somebody had read it and they had liked it. Well, wait a minute. Put it out there, baby. It's available on Amazon. It's available on Barnes and Noble. It's available. It's another reading platform. You can get it on your Kindle. Tell her, write the book if it's in you. Get proofread. Don't be afraid to get you. When I say inner circle, I'm talking ride or die would give you if you needed one, because it ain't side. Everybody don't want to see you be great. So seek wise counsel. Absolutely. And get you that 2 or 3 people that you can share your memoir with, that you can share, hey, here is this draft. Can you look at this for me? Grammarly. Don't be afraid of Grammarly, people. Download Grammarly and let it help you conjugate a verb, okay? Because we out here typing the way we talk, and we putting in. That's what's funny. Folk out here typing the way they talk, and some of this stuff selling. But it ain't in excellence, okay? It ain't in excellence. Do excellence. So strive for excellence, all right? Because now in my books, when you read, and it's funny, if you read my books and see if you don't hear my voice. You're going to hear my voice when you read my books. I'm silly, I'm raw, I'm down to earth. You're gonna get it. You're gonna hear. You're gonna be like, that girl is crazy, and is. But it's gonna help your heart. It's gonna guide your life. You understand? But utilize Grammarly. Go through KDP Publishing. If you have access to a publisher, you may have an inner person that can say, hey, let me get you in. That's a doable. Do it. Do you? But don't be afraid. National Black Book Festival. I think I'm saying that right. I'll message you to it if that's wrong. I will message you if that's incorrect. National Black Book Festival. They're in Houston. I participated with them and interacted, was able to network with other Black authors, and that just really motivated me. Network. Don't be afraid to get into the groups and network and ask questions. Like literally, we fall short wanting to be the end all be all. Yeah, we fall short wanting to be the ones who know it all. And we don't know it all. No, you don't. When your eyes roll to the back of your head and your tongue is at the roof of your mouth, that's when you will have learned all that there is for you to learn. Yeah. Until such a time as that, sweetheart, sit down. All right. Ask the question, because there's truth and there's wisdom and there's growth in asking questions and getting the help. Like, let them help you to succeed, because we want you to succeed.
Yeah, because when you win,
I really appreciate that. I appreciate, and I know a lot of people when they hear this, they're going to appreciate your response because sometimes they just need that extra oomph to get over that hump,
Yes.
and then they can start coasting to where
Yes.
the greatness is, you know.
absolutely.
And I love the fact that you mentioned that. I know Paulette wanted to get some information.
Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. First of all, when you win, everybody wins, especially when we're talking about Black and brown folks, and that's where Brownstone Worldwide comes from. When
Yes.
we're talking about the Brownstone, one of the things that I definitely want to just reiterate before we do our little call letters and stuff is we are brown folks. We're strong as stone and we're worldwide. We're everywhere. So that's where Brownstone Worldwide comes from, right? Even though it started out with it being a building because I grew up in a brownstone, but at the end of the day, that's who we are as a people. We're resilient and we have stood the test of eons, millennia of what has happened to us in this country, and still we rise. And so you're currently listening to KCCR Radio, the Brownstone Center. This is Brownstone's Best, and we are sitting here with Marvelous, and she is giving us all of the information about all of the fabulous businesses and inter and outer goings that she experiences as an entrepreneur. Really quick, guys, before we move on and start wrapping things up and all of that, I definitely wanted to give you all a little bit of information about what's coming down the pipe for the Brownstone. Check this out, y'all. You don't want to miss this. Check this out. This is the Black Card. This is a place for you to get exclusive membership that's built specifically for the Black and brown culture. Enjoy premium experiences and shopping without paying premium prices. Guess what, folks? We've got a link for you. Go ahead and like the Brownstone Center on Facebook, and also Brownstone's Best, where you can actually just join the group, and you will be able to get access to all of the discounted services and travel and restaurants. So right now there is a membership special right now. You can go ahead and register to become a member of the Black Card. I'm going to be sharing that information in our chats and on our platforms, and also at brownstoneworldwide.com once it is officially available. And that launch is happening on September 5th. Ms. Marvelous, we want to thank you for coming and hanging out with us today on Brownstone's Best. Cullen, do you have any final words?
No, I just, I love you. You one of the realest people that I know, Marvelous, and I appreciate you. Everything that you do for the community, for Black people, for entrepreneurs. Keep doing what you do because we need more people like you out there. We need more people that are real like you out there. Because this, folks, this is her. She is real. She's gonna tell you like it is. You may not like it, or you may love it. That's how it's gonna be. So I really appreciate you supporting, what we're trying to do, and we definitely will support you. And we definitely want to invite you to Cullen's Corner and come to a show one time, just to chill out with us. Give one of your cigars. Send me a cigar. I want to get a cigar. I want to get some beard oil, and I want to sit there with some brandy on the next show.
I got you.
Right first, y'all. Listen, this is awesome. You guys, Brownstone's Best. I believe that we've hit on something here. And so we do definitely appreciate you guys. One of the things that Ms. Marvelous definitely let us know is that she's got an event that's coming up, y'all. Yes. And I definitely wanted to share it with you all. This is Kings United and is that Wooisms podcast?
Wooisms, yes.
Silver Smoke and Sundresses. Ooh, that don't even sound nice. Listen,
I got my tickets. I got my tickets.
Okay. And so listen, you guys don't want to miss this. If you're going to be in the Mobile, Alabama area, I would encourage you guys to go ahead and check out the Silver Smoke and Sundresses. And y'all don't be afraid to wear y'all sundress. Matter of fact, go on over to Jungle Couture Boutique and get you one. How about that?
That's it right there.
that part, okay?
That part right there. I got you. And actually, this this week, like Monday or Tuesday, I will actually be dropping a Silver Smoke and sundresses line of sundresses specifically for that. So yes, that's going to be great. And if you're in the Manhattan area, September 8th, I think the event is the 10th through the 11th. I will be in Manhattan. I will be in New York. Your girl going to the Big Apple, baby, for New York Fashion Week. So super excited about that. Just stay plugged in and stay connected. I love you guys. It was so awesome being here. You need me. You just text me, call me, email me. I'm there. I'm here for us, honey. For us. Remember FUBU back in the day? For us, by us.
Yes. That's it. We are here, y'all. Listen, once again, we want to thank you, Marvelous, for coming to hang out with us today. Again, you guys, this is Brownstone's Best. Keep it locked to what we're doing at KCCR Radio. Go ahead and download the app at iOS or Android. You can also go to your Alexa or Google Play device and say, play Brownstone Worldwide. We'll pop right up for you. Otherwise, if there's nothing else, thank you so much for joining us today for Brownstone's Best. We'll see you on another edition of Tips, Topics, and Talk, the Day Shift, the Sunday Brunch, and of course, Cullen's Corner. You guys have a great rest of your day.